Yeah, so one thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anisa had like stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They have actually stepped down.
So yes, Ian and Anisa have stepped down completely. There's no creative involvement, there's no financial involvement, there's no ownership involvement. They completely gave their stake to us, including their financial stake they actually dispersed among the fighters, which is very cool of them to do.
Alright, so in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the Creator Clash situation. Now, in case you don't know, Creator Clash is this event where various online creators from different niches online come together and they have boxing matches. And so in that sense, it's actually a pretty cool concept and it has a lot of potential. And in the past, there's actually been Creator Clash 1 and Creator Clash 2. And now this video is actually about Creator Clash 3. So the thing here about Creator Clash 3 is that they've been making a bunch of changes in regards to that. And so here we have something that Drama Alert actually reported on, and you can see something that the Creator Clash Twitter page said. And so here, if you take a look at the third point where the text is in red, you can see that it tells us that 34% of the profit share, which was originally meant for Ian, iDubbz, as well as Anisa, his wife, will now be distributed amongst the fighters. And this is because Ian, iDubbz, as well as Anisa are now leaving Creator Clash. And so yeah, this is the thing that really stood out to people. And the crazy thing about this was that people really generally weren't aware that this was the case prior to this thing being posted. Because basically Creator Clash was being presented as this charity event, right? So the idea here was that this is all about charity, and the money that you put into this event, all the tickets you buy and things like that, that revenue is going to charity, right? So that was the idea. But then now people are like, wait a second, this entire time Ian and Anisa were actually set to get 34% of the profit share, which is a lot of money, given the fact that this was being marketed as a charity event. So it is pretty crazy just how much money they were gonna make from this. And so that was the crazy thing about this. People really weren't happy about the fact that it was being presented one way, however the reality was something different. And so this was the main, I would say, controversy regarding how the money that was made from the event was being distributed. And of course, this was supposed to be a charity event. So that's what really, made this super controversial. And in a video posted just clarifying the, new structure of the event, this was said regarding Ian and Anisa leaving.
But yeah, today we just wanted to make a video to clear up some questions that people have. It's been kind of rocky communication-wise the last couple of months, and so we just wanted to sit here and clear a bunch of things up. So let's get to it.
Sure. Yeah, so one thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anisa had like stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They have actually stepped down.
So yes, Ian and Anisa have stepped down completely. There's no creative involvement, there's no financial involvement, there's no ownership involvement. They completely gave their stake to us, including their financial stake they actually dispersed among the fighters, which is very cool of them to do.
It is such a cool idea. A bunch of creators getting fit, punching each other in the face, and it's for charity. I feel like the message is so inherently positive that it's...
Now, the thing about all of this is that people are saying that the main reason that Ian and Anisa had to step down was because of the H3H3 content cop that they made, right? So this was a hit piece that was made on H3H3 right before all of this happened, right? Right before the Creator Clash 3 was going to happen. And the problem with that, of course, is that when you have iDubbz and Anisa so heavily linked and associated with Creator Clash 3, and they're going through a lot of backlash for that hit piece on H3H3, that's really gonna harm Creator Clash 3. And so that explains a lot of like why they just decided to completely step down. You know, of course, they don't want Creator Clash 3 to be linked with iDubbz and Anisa because of the controversy that they're in, because then that could end up, you know, ruining the entire event for all the creators that were involved. And now here's another clip which describes how the financial aspects of Creator Clash 1 and Creator Clash 2 were, and then how things are actually going to be different for Creator Clash 3. So you can check this out.
One of the biggest questions that people have is about how the event was run in the past and what is going to be different about it now, because obviously the first year was crazy successful. There was over $1.3 million raised, and so that was incredible. Second year, you know, we upped the stakes, we made it a little bigger, and unfortunately it did not pan out in the way that we wanted, and there was no money raised for charity, which was so heartbreaking, like especially like fighting in it, putting all of that time and energy into doing this thing. And like, I know for a lot of us, especially you, Alana, you are always doing charity stuff, and to put yourself in the ring to fight, a big reason that we did it was because it was like, okay, it's for a good cause, it's for charity, and then when you go and do it and no money is raised for charity, that sucks.
Yeah, I've been pretty candid with you about this, Aaron, about like how disappointed I was and how like burnt I felt by it. And I was talking to a separate fighter who's not in the room about this just yesterday. So what are the changes?
Yeah, and you know, likewise, like we were devastated as a fighter and as a producer of the event. It was awful that happened. Going into Creator Clash 3, we've completely restructured it. So all of the onus is on us to pay for the event, to produce the event through our partners, through our sponsors, and we will be doing a traditional fundraising through Tiltify. It's running right now. You can donate it to it right now. We've already raised $238,000, which is so awesome. That's gravy. That's going straight to charity. So every dollar that is raised for charity through this event will be going straight to charity. The event will be funded by ticket sales, it will be funded by pay-per-view sales, and the fighters will be receiving a cut of that revenue.
Yeah, it's basically two separate things now, right? There's the event part, which is handled a very traditional event way, and then the charity is totally separate. So like, even if you don't like watching boxing, you could still donate to the charity. It's up on Tiltify already. You can get involved immediately.
And it's very transparent of like, okay, you can see the number right now on your screen of how much money we have raised so far.
So yeah, as you just saw, it was explained how over $1.3 million were made from the first Creator Clash. So it was this huge success. And so then they had the second one, and it was actually even bigger. However, the problem now was that they ended up not being very successful that time. And so, you know, financially speaking, the event just did not do well at all. And so that was this huge disappointment. But then they decided that, you know what, let's still have Creator Clash 3. So this time, in terms of the financial aspects of Creator Clash 3, they've made some changes, alright? So this time, it's basically two separate things, right? So the event part is going to be like just a traditional event, not a charity event, but rather just a traditional event where the money for the event itself and all the expenses and all that, the money that's going to go to the fighters, that will be from the ticket sales and the pay-per-view sales and things like that, right? And then there's going to be a separate part, which is the charity fundraiser. And so you can separately donate to that. And that's going to be something that's, you know, completely separate from the event financing part. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest with you, because I have seen like the point being made that it's like, okay, well then this doesn't really seem like a quote-unquote charity event, because, you know, a charity event is where the money that you're actually paying for the ticket and all that, that's actually going to be contributing to charity in some way. But then here it's like, okay, you can do that, right? You can like buy the ticket and all that, but that's only going to be for the event itself. But then if you want to contribute to charity, then you have to separately donate. But then here's another thing, like one of the people here in this clip actually explained how even if you don't like boxing, you can still separately donate to the charity. So it's like, okay, then these are two separate things, right? Kind of. I mean, I know that the charity is still linked to the main event. So it is nice that, the main event is still like bringing attention to it. So that is good. Of course, I will give credit where credit is due. It is a good thing. However, it's just not really what is traditionally done for charity events, I believe. This isn't really very typical from what I know. And so, that's basically the situation with Creator Clash 3. iDubbz and Anisa are completely just gone now. And this is how they're handling the financing and the charity and all that. And so, guys, with all that being said, this is Alexi, signing out.